Hey friends, it's Becca. Welcome to Becca's Garden and Pantry Prepping. Today I'm going to show you what a $200 pantry haul looks like. This is my food help that I get for the month, so this is what I'm planning ahead to purchase, and I'm trying to purchase some things ahead of time because prices are going up. I'm trying to fill gaps, and two, I'm trying to do something I haven't done is to fill a pantry for a 30-day stock up. So breakfast, lunch, and dinners, and I'm going to do a separate video on that. So if you're interested, tune along, subscribe, comment, like, and share. I really appreciate it, and it does help my channel grow. So let's get into it. This is a Walmart pantry haul that I did. It is $200 and what was available that I'm looking to stock my pantry for. Remember, do not stock anything that you do not eat. If there's something you want to try that you see, pick up one item, and if you don't like it, don't buy it again. I love watching these kind of videos because it really does give me an idea or a peek at what people are stocking in their pantry in different ways that they can use them, and it might be something that we could use, or also something might be out of stock and not being sold anymore. That has happened to me as well. I was looking for a beef bouillon, and is it the perfect beef bouillon that I found? No, and the one that I loved is no longer being made. But we're going to get into this and show you what I've got. Alright, so this is a Walmart prepper pantry haul, and you know, prices are going to be going up on anything that's a canned good, milk, meats, seafood, snacks, coffee, basically everything. So this is just going to be a little sampling of what I needed to put up in my pantry. It's always a good idea to have some basic spices, some black ground pepper, some garlic, some onion. I'm going to be doing some different beans that I'm going to be canning up, pressure canning. So I really wanted to pick up this chipotle chili pepper, so I've got that. So that's a great little set. I like these. We're a family of two, just me and my husband right now. And so it's nice to stock up for 1 to 2 people. And it's not always great for me to buy things in bulk. I do store some spices in my mason jars and things like that. But if I buy the bulk seasonings by the pound, and I open them, they end up getting like really hard and crusty. And so if you have a solution to that other than just buying a bunch of other, you know, desiccant packets and things like that, let me know. I'd be interested in finding out, but this is working out a little bit better for us. These are sealed, and they stay sealed until I open them and use them. So I kind of like these. They're about $1.12 to $1.25. I know the prices just went up a little bit. We are trying to save money by not baking a whole lot right now. I do have a lot of baking supplies. So my husband likes these Vienna fingers. They were on sale. We picked up some canned peaches. Now, when you're looking for canned goods, I don't like the syrups and I don't like the heavy syrups. So what's great about the ones in the fruit syrup, I mean just the fruit juice, so 100% fruit juice right here, you can drink this. So if you're low on energy, you've been out in the garden, you're out and sweating, the power's been out, this is a great energy boost. You could add just a little bit of sea salt to that, and now you have an electrolyte drink and a snack. And this is, 1 can is great for 2 people. So there's no waste. We don't like the big cans. Like I said, we're not a huge family. It's just the 2 of us now. So I got 8 cans of peaches. I do like the flavored waters. So I'll get the fruit punch, that little pack. Half and half has gotten really expensive lately for us. So I've been picking up the evaporated milk. And what I do is I pour this into a shaker, and then I add either whole milk or 2% milk to it. Now, some people are adding a little bit of that condensed milk, which has sugar in it. That is way too sweet for us, and we try not to have a ton of sugar. So this is just milk and vitamin D, carrageenan, you know, pick your battles, y'all. This is shelf stable. This is great in an emergency. You could put it on oatmeal or cereal or whatever. It's really good, and I love that there's no sugar in this. So I just add this to some milk, and we have instant half and half, and it's actually been cheaper. So we go through at least one of these every other day, so I need at least 15 of these for a month. And when you're thinking about stocking up on your fruit, you're going to need at least 1 can per person a day. Even if you don't eat it, you would want 30 cans of fruit per person. If you really, really don't eat that much fruit, I would cut that in half. But that's just, I'm just trying to go with some recommendations, because I see things all the time and I'm like, I don't need, 50 pounds of this or whatever. I love the canned meats. This one got dented. I'll have to bring this one back. I do all my shopping online and have it delivered because I'm disabled. I can't get into the stores. And where's the ingredients on this? Just beef broth. Okay, so this has some modified food starch. I thought this was just beef broth, salt, and water. Your Keystone is just beef, salt, in the juice. So this is a little bit of a compromise. If you can't get the Keystone, I have some Keystone on my shelves, but we do like this one. You could do a really quick beef stew. What I like this for is our gluten-free ramen packets, and I'll add either a can of this or a can of turkey, or one of each, and a can of corn or can of carrots, and then now we have an instant ramen. That's a really quick meal if you're tired and working all day, or just, you're not feeling your best. Ramen soup is great, and I love the gluten-free ones. So like I said, I was out of beef broth powder, and I like it because it doesn't take up a ton of space, and I get really tired canning and things like that, so I try to limit my canning to things that are more bang for my buck, like meals. Like I like to do a canned beef stew, or a charo bean, or a baked bean. Let me see what the ingredients are in this one. Here's the ingredients. There's kind of a little bit of a long list, but for the most part, it didn't have a ton of junk in it. So we're going to try this one out. I'm really still looking for one that's all natural. It looks like, what is it? Azure Standard used to have one, and they are no longer selling it. So I don't know what happened to that. But I picked up 2 of these. My husband has really wanted some Nesquik, and honestly, who doesn't love Nesquik? I have not had this in years. We're almost 50 now, and I used to have this all the time as a kid running around. And it has sugar, it has cocoa, and there's really not a ton of stuff in this. There's zinc, there is some soy lecithin. If that bothers you, don't get it. You could mix up your own, but he wanted something that would be really quick, Nesquik, to just make a little bit of a chocolate milk every now and then. And I didn't realize Great Value makes their own beef broth in a can. I saw this in another Pantry video, and I just thought sometimes that would be nice to have. This was by Swanson. I've tried it, and it has lots of good flavor. Looking for the ingredients. Here you go. No MSG, which I'm allergic to. It's gluten-free, of course, because it's just a broth. There's no thickeners. And so this is really quick, too. If you want to add make a quick stew or a quick soup, I really have enjoyed the flavor of that. We've tried a lot of different coffees because I know the cost of coffee has gone up, and this is one that we have found that we like besides the Camerons. This one's called Seattle's Best Coffee. This is a nice light roast, the Lighthouse, and then they have Portside is a medium blend, and I think 6th Avenue is their dark roast, which is really lovely as well. I did not find a Colombian coffee with this brand, but these were really smooth and not bitter. And so we really liked the price point and the flavor, and the packages are already sealed up in Mylar, so you can just stick them in a 5-gallon bucket and put them aside when you need it. My husband drinks a lot of coffee, so we go probably through at least 3 of these a month, plus a couple of instant coffees. So I'm always adding this to our pantry. This was on sale. Sometimes it's summertime, you want something snacky and crunchy, and you don't necessarily want to buy the name brand because the prices are ridiculous. So I think this was like $1.27, so we picked this up to have with some tuna fish sandwiches. Enough of that. We know what's in it. This is a good brand of powdered milk. Now, my husband drinks a lot of milk, and I do as well. So you have to look at each one. And I guess based on the servings and how you mix this one up, they all mix up a little differently. This one would be, it seems so weird that this, I can't imagine. It said like it's so weird. I haven't mixed this one up in a while, so it's like a 1/4 cup of powder for 1 cup of water. Some of them are a little different. I buy some other brands that you get to mix a cup for a quart. So this one's a little bit different. It measures out a little bit different. We'll have to just figure out how many servings it actually makes. It says 53 based on that. This one is fortified, and I get there is a dry non-fat milk out there for people who are have problems with the whole milk. We like that extra fat. So when you buy the whole milk ones, make sure you're buying one that's packaged really well. So these like number 10 cans that are completely sealed last a really long time. The Latter-day Saints makes one that's a non-fat dry milk that's Mylard. We usually tend to mix the two together and get a 2% milk, and we get a little bit more bang for our buck that way because there's not really a 2% milk. And if he wants the whole milk, he can mix it up and just make a whole milk himself. So anyway, this was on sale recently, so I picked this one up. I'm actually going to pick up another one because we do go through a lot of powdered milk. Something I'm adding to our pantry is more seafood that's canned. I really enjoy a lot of seafood, and the grid can go down at any time. It's hurricane season here for us in South Texas, and I don't like to have too much in my freezers if that happens, because then everything will get ruined, and I don't want to be trying to can up stuff after a major storm. You're just exhausted. So it's better to eat out of your freezers and keep them not as highly stocked, as I like to say. And we put our time and investment and money into more canned foods, like the canned meats and canned fishes. So this is a whole baby scallop. Had a hard time getting this recently. A lot of times it's been either sold out or the prices went up. So it's just water, salt, and scallops. So I got 4 of those. This was a good price recently. This is always really good, the cooked ham. We love it for making breakfast tacos and, you know, egg and ham sandwiches, just ham salad, you know, ham in your soup, whatever. Ham is good for so many things. And the saltiness, like when it's hot and there's no power, really, really is just good for you as far as... And this one's tinted, so we're going to have to bring that one back or use it up right away. So if you're going to put it in your pantry, make sure there's no dents or anything wrong with your cans. Like I said, I can't get to the store and get this myself, so we end up getting groceries delivered and either having to get them returned and credited. So yeah, if you have some like this, eat that first and then store the good ones on your pantry. So ingredients is just ham, water, salt. There has some sugar in this. It does have some... nitrates and phosphates. Not the best. We don't eat it all the time. It's more of an emergency food. But if it's a good price and it's available, the canned ham, we do like that. And it is summertime for us. It is like heat index is up over 100 to 125 in South Texas. This sells out all the time. Jell-O is actually really good for you. You can make it however you like. I don't mind that it has the coloring. I mean, yes, it would be nice to not have the coloring, but the price point is $1.48 for a family size, and this is like a really good snack with a little bit of whipped cream, or like my husband said, you can add a fruit cup to it and make it, and then now you've got a little bit of fruit in there as well. We like the lime, the cherry, and the strawberry, so those are our 3 favorite flavors. So I got some of those to put up in the pantry. And fruit's getting really expensive. Fresh fruit is, and with the heat that we have here, it'll ripen super fast, and then you would have to buy fruit very regularly all the time. And we get busy and we can forget about it, and I don't like wasting food or having food go bad. Something I would say about storing these long term in your pantry, I would not personally store these more than 6 months, especially even if you have AC on. In South Texas, these get degraded and they kind of get mushy and turn, and the juice colors will turn a brown color, and so they'll taste off after about 6 months. So we just keep a small supply of them and just keep restocking them. I like the mango ones, and he wanted more of a mixed fruit. This one has peaches, pears, and cherries. There's another one that has like pineapple in it, and I just don't care for the pineapple, but that's just us. I like that there's a different version because I like the little cherries inside. So we're gonna stock this one for a little bit and see how we like this one. We got some brisk tea. Honey's he's out and working in the heat all the time, So he could mix some up, but he just likes to stick it in the fridge and grab it nice and cold. So that is my pantry haul from Walmart for $200 for the month. I think I did really good considering what the prices are going on out there, and I try to make meals, you know, out of everything. We already have rice and things like that, and if you're using the food pantries, the first things that they give you is beans and rice. So like if you need to spend your money and you're tight, I wouldn't even go buy beans and rice because they're pretty much a given that you're gonna get it at the food pantry. You get a few fresh vegetables, you might get a few fresh fruits. They'll usually give you canned veggies and canned fruit, possibly some type of meat, and usually a shelf-stable milk. That's generally what we get from our food pantries. It can vary from food pantry to food pantry. A lot of times they don't even give you any meat. It's just beans or some like pre-made stuff that's packaged. Use what you can, donate what you can to others if you have other neighbors and things like that that are going through hard times right now. That's what we do. We have been sharing different food boxes from the pantries, and whatever there's something that we don't personally like to eat, but we know our neighbors love to eat, we just give it to them and let them know, hey, we got extra in our box, and they're super happy and grateful that there's nothing going to waste. I have one chicken left, so in our backyard we used to have more chickens, but with my health I just couldn't attend to baby chicks this season again, so we just have one little baby one chicken back there. So she's always composting stuff for us, and anything that no one really wants or people drop off at us, and we can't eat it, or it's starting to go, you know, it's not like fresh, you know, we give it to her or we cook it up, and she just is happy as a clam back there. So nothing goes to waste here, and I hope this was helpful to y'all out there who are wondering what can I get for $200 right now in 2025. And honestly, I'm looking at this going, this doesn't look like $200 worth of food. It's mind-blowing. I could have saved some money on getting the great value. This was like $2 something. I know the price went up, it looked like. And the great value, I think, was still under $1. So I will probably stock up on the great value one instead. Other than that, I can't find any of this cheaper anywhere else. And we don't purchase at the bulk stores because we're just a family of 2. We're stocking for 2 people, not a family of 4, 6, or 8. So I don't have a Costco's or Sam's membership because it doesn't make sense to us. So if you're following along and want to see what we are stocking for 1 to 2 people or a small family, you can just double or triple what we are stocking. But I would love to show you guys what we're going to be stocking for the next 30 days. I don't have a 30-day pantry stock, and that is a goal that I would like to do and share with you guys at what I'm purchasing and what it looks like all put together. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me in my living room and my little pantry haul. We'll see you next time at Beccas Garden and Pantry Prepping. Have a great day, y'all.